2020 CR 2517, State of Texas versus Humberto Chavez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Gearhan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Adrian Pettis.
And are you Mr. Chavez?
And Your Honor.
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Are you the same Humberto Chavez who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 2517 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 less than? All right, does anyone want to make a oral motion to the motion to revoke?
Yes, Your Honor, oral motion to change the verbiage states possession of controlled substance penalty group 1 less than 1. It says group, we're asking for less than 1 gram. No objections.
All right. So are you the same? Are you the same Humberto Chavez who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 2517 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 less than 1 gram on June 6, 2023 for a term of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 1 on or about the 25th day of August 2023 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Humberto Chavez, committed the offense of evade, arrest, or detention in violation condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor. Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $1,000 fine?
I understand, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, everyone. Just one moment. Can you mute us, please? I'm sorry about that. It's usually those are medical appointments, so I need to answer them because they're medical appointments for people in my family. Okay. All right. So did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $1,000 fine?
I understand, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
The agreement is to adjudicate guilt, to revoke the individual office probation, sentence him to 180 days in the Bexar County, I'm sorry, not the Bexar County, the state jail facility. And also the state will take into consideration the 2 new number 1s, false numbers 715.
Everyone, please whisper.
715-748 and 715-749. Your Honor.
All right. Is that the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Chavez, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
I am, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
I am, Your Honor.
All right. The court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served, take in consideration 715-748 and 715-749.
Your Honor, our agreement was for 180 days.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That is.
Yeah, I was just seeing if people were paying attention. All right, I'll follow your agreement to 180 days in the state jail facility. Mr. Chavez, you do have, it appears that you have a drug or alcohol problem. If you would like, I could refer you to the therapeutic community. Whether they place you in the program or not is completely up to them. I don't have any jurisdiction over that. However, if you were placed in the therapeutic community, it will not extend your 180 days. So would you prefer that or no?
No, Your Honor. Actually, I'd like to just be done with.
All right. So here's the thing. If you don't get your life together, you're going to be back right here with another drug case. Do you understand?
I understand, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
I did, Your Honor.
All right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. We can go off the record. Mr. Chavez, I remember you, and I will tell you what is happening with your face. That has gotten bigger than it was the last time you were here. You need to go see a doctor and have that looked at. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you.
God bless you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court is calling 2021 CR 10657, State of Texas versus Jose Alonzo Ramirez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Defense?
Trent Mauer for Mr. Ramirez.
All right. Do you have any objection to this attorney standing in for Robert Mauer? Do you have any objections to that? Are you okay with this attorney?
Sir, yes, ma'am.
Are you okay with this attorney standing in for Robert Mauer? All right. State, do you have any objections to this attorney standing in?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. And are you Jose Alonzo Ramirez?
Ma'am.
Going to show you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Jose Alonzo Ramirez who was placed on community supervision in 2021 CR 10657 for the offense of terroristic threat of a peace officer on January 26, 2022 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Jose Alonzo Ramirez, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of September, October, and November of 2022 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Oh, good.
I'm sorry?
True.
State?
Your Honor, we waive the other violations alleged in the motion.
Any objections to the waivers?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $1,500 fine. Did you understand?
Yes,
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
yes,
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there an agreement?
There is, Your Honor. We're asking that you deny the motion, extend the defendant's probation for 2 years, alter and amend the conditions for a TAP evaluation while in custody, for intensive outpatient treatment, with biweekly drug tests for 90 days and random thereafter. We're asking the defendant to take the BIPP course and verify his residency and employment every 90 days. Judge.
What has he done on probation? Other than not reporting? Probation? Has he done anything since he's been on probation?
He's made a payment toward his fees of $100. He did complete the drug court evaluation. He did not qualify. Other than that, Your Honor, no other terms of probation have been satisfied.
I'm not inclined to follow your agreement because you haven't done anything. You haven't reported. Why have you not reported? You want to raise your right hand? You solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth, that nothing but the truth so help you God.
yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Yes.
State your name for the record.
Alonzo Ramirez.
All right, why have you not reported?
I was talking to him with Zoom, my PO. He never told me nothing about, I was reporting with the Zoom. That's it. I was keep calling them every time when I was working out of town. And then when I went to report, I said,
No, they're saying you have not reported.
I was talking to boss, that's my probation officer.
All right, I'm telling you both, I'm not inclined to follow this agreement. He has not reported.
Yes, ma'am.
To me, that's the easiest thing. So if you would like, the most I can sentence you to is 2 years in the state jail facility. I'll sentence you to 1 year.
1 year.
Mhm. Would you prefer that?
Yes.
All right, if you'll grab the trial court certification form, please. All right, the court is going to revoke, sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. If you would like the therapeutic community, I can request that for you. It doesn't increase the length of time that you've been on, that you would serve. So for example, since I'm sentencing you to 1 year in the state jail facility, if you're in the program for therapeutic community, if you haven't completed their program, they're not going to say, oh, he's due to get out, but since he hasn't completed the program, we're going to continue him. It's completely up to you.
Oh.
So would you like for me to have you referred to the therapeutic community or no?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to request the therapeutic community. Even though I'm requesting it, you're going to have to request it as well because I don't have the jurisdiction to force them to place you in the program. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you'll have him sign that, and that way I can put that on the record. 2022 CR 10589, State of Texas versus Armando Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Megan Enriquez for Armando Rodriguez.
Are you Armando Rodriguez? I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amendment Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading? Oh, sorry, just one moment. I forgot to put this on the record. You've been recently appointed?
That's correct, Your Honor, and I was just going to address that with the court. I was appointed today.
All right. And counsel, are you prepared to proceed even though you were appointed today?
I am, Your Honor.
Mr. Rodriguez, do you understand that this attorney has been appointed to represent you today at the request of your previous attorney? And do you understand that your previous attorney is out for medical issues? All right. And do you understand that your attorney has 10 days to prepare for any hearing that we would have?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Knowing that, do you still wish to continue with this or would you
Yes,
like a reset?
No, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Mr. Rodriguez, I'm showing you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amendment Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Have you had a chance to review those with your attorney and did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Armando Rodriguez Jr. who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 10589 for the offense of theft under $2,500 enhanced on June 1st, 2023 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant Armando Rodriguez Jr. did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the month of July 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, state waives all the violations.
Any
No
objection? Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there an agreement?
There is, Your Honor. It's going to be for the defendant to have a TAP and mental health evaluation while in custody and to follow the TAP recommendations. If it's inpatient, then bring back to court just to figure out where to go from there. And then ISP.
Okay. All right, is that the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. The agreement was that the state would recommend that you deny the motion to revoke, continue him on supervision and alter and amend for those conditions.
Yes.
Judge, one last thing, the state is also going to take into consideration its night mag number 726681.
All right. So, Mr. Rodriguez, what I'm being told is that they want to continue to work with you, that they think maybe your issues can be addressed by a TAP evaluation. The TAP evaluation is where they interview you to see if there are any drug or alcohol issues. And then they want to do a mental health evaluation to see if there's something that we can help you with in that area. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. So that's going to take place while in custody. And counsel, if for any reason you think that it's taking too long, you can always bring it back to court and we'll see what's going on.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Rodriguez, is there anything else that you need other than for me to follow this agreement? All right. So I'm going to deny the motion, alternate amend conditions to include a TAP evaluation. We'll do the mental health evaluation, and that's to take place in custody. And I'm going to take in consideration night mag number 726681. All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Rodriguez, in this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. Don't just disappear. If there's an issue, no matter what the issue is, talk to probation. If you feel like they're not addressing it, you can come to court and address it with me. All right? All right, thank you. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Judge.